Well done. Excellent. What an excellent experience. Goodness.
Oh, it was powerful. That was. I can't tell you what my hands were doing. They were like, I was feeling them like, calm down, hands.
Wow.
Oh, it was weird. That I felt like it was an accelerated growth in the womb as well. It wasn't a normal 9 months. It was like growing really quickly. Like I was, come on, you've got to get out there.
Uh-huh.
You've got things to do. You haven't got time. You haven't got 9 months to waste. Yeah,
Mm.
that was really powerful. The weird thing about the hands as well is that I don't like touching people. This sounds really terrible, but in my job, I don't mind moving people, and I'm very confident in how I do that. But I've never wanted to be like a physical therapist. So I've never wanted to do like an osteopath job or a physio because I don't want to. I just don't want to do it. It's not me. But yet that life was my hands have to touch people. It's really
Sure.
weird because I don't do much of it. I
Mm.
tend to teach more standing back, and I'll move someone if I have to, but it's very it's done, and then I move away. I'm not there constantly moving them. It's like, right, you need to go there and then move away. But that was almost like it was telling me I need to do more with my hands.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, that was like the message, like the hands. It's from here, direct to the heart. So
Yeah. Mm.
yeah, I have to think on that one, ponder on
Mm-hmm.
that one, and work that one out. But yeah, that sky, my goodness, it was very angry.
Mm. I mean,
Mm.
what do you think that was? I mean, because when
It
you were
didn't feel
describing it,
like it didn't feel like it was past either. It wasn't past and it wasn't
no.
future. So it didn't feel like it was a different century or anything. It felt like now.
All right.
I just think it was a metaphor for what's going on. And
Okay.
the funny thing was when I was looking at the people running around screaming, I was like, well, I can't do anything with them.
I
you know,
know.
and that's what it feels like sometimes now. And the fallen ones were like the quiet ones. They were like the ones that were like, oh, okay, I've just fallen to the ground, and I could save them because they were still. And it's like they were ready, and I don't know why they fell to the ground, but the others were just running around like headless chickens. And I was just looking at them like, it's like, I don't know. I
Hmm.
can't even catch you, so just carry on, crack
Sure.
on.
Yeah. And you mentioned that maybe three times. I can't help them. The ones who are running around, the ones who are lying down, almost like the ones
They
who
won't listen.
lay down and surrendered themselves to the whatever the process.
Yes, that's what it is. They had surrendered to it. That's exactly it. And the others were just not listening. There
Yeah.
was no reaching them. I couldn't even catch them. I couldn't get my hands on them because they're just running and screaming. So,
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll have to leave you to it.
Hmm.
As much as I would want to help them, I would waste my time running after one of them.
Sure. Sure.
So, and I couldn't run after all of them, so I could do something about the ones that were kind of there, like they were asking to be helped. And I suppose that's a metaphor, isn't it, for what's going on now.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
even in my life, the people that come to me, I can help. I mean, I get people that come to me and they want help, but they don't really want help. They say they want help, but they actually don't want help. And whatever I do, they don't take any notice, and they do what they were going to do anyway. So I think they're the headless chickens. And then I've got others who come to me and like, look at me, I want your help, and I'm going to listen to what you say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very poignant because I've literally just taught a class, and it was my cancer class, and we were talking about teaching, and they were saying to me about how I teach them in a way that that they can then go and use it outside of the classes, which is what I always say I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be reliant on me all the time. I want to give you information that you can take and you can use. If you keep coming back to me, that's fine. But I don't want you to rely on me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be your crutch. I just want to light a spark in you. So that it all ties in.
Well, let me just bring to your attention as a metaphor that is probably the most powerful metaphor for you. You said light a spark, the initial spark, create the spark, you maybe 10 times. Yeah, I mean, the word spark, you changed all the other words, but the word spark, you never changed. The same.
No.
The same.
Yeah, because I think what I do, Gordon, is I wear myself out trying to keep, doing the help, but I don't need to. And I do that in my life. I keep trying to help, and I'm definitely trying to get people to understand that are not understanding me. And I am wasting my time. And my higher self was actually quite cross with me. I don't know if that came across, but
I was going to say, it sounded very firm this time.
Like, for goodness sake, how many times have we got to teach you this lesson? Now you're going to listen. We're going to strike you down. And one of the interesting things that was coming to me when I was thinking that is that a lot of my clients and even my family, with me being poorly, they panic. They're all panicking. They're all still panicking about me. If I show any sign, I'm really tired. Oh my God, are you okay? You're like, you're not allowed to get poorly again. We couldn't cope when you were poorly. And, my husband says it. My kids, everything falls apart if I'm poorly. And I don't think I'm that important, in the house or in work, but I can see it now that they all just go into a bit of a meltdown. My husband says you're the glue, in the house. And although they're all, my family, very strong characters, if the glue's kind of crumbling a bit, all these strong characters start going a bit, whoa.
Sure. It's just interesting, the way that you've described that is actually the scene that you were saying. People running around panicking, and other people being struck down, lying there. So you kind of, it was like, this is what your higher self's done. I'm gonna, the sky's falling, and you're gonna lie down.
It's like Chicken Little.
Yeah, the sky's
falling. It was just like flashing, angry, just like you wouldn't want to be there. No, sure. not a good place. But it's funny, isn't it? You don't realise how much impact you have on people's lives, and then they tell you, and you're like, well, why? Why are you panicking that I'm not there teaching you a Pilates class? What's wrong with you? Why can't you do things by yourself? But they do. They all panic.
Sure.
So I'm bringing something to them.
Absolutely. And of course, when people are with strong people, they need them to be strong, because when strong people then lose the strength, it's like, oh, if it happened to them, what does that mean about me? So
exactly. It's exactly that. I'm not allowed to get poorly again. I'm not allowed. I've been specifically told.
There we are. Then that's a good motivation, a good procedure.
You turn up regardless, young lady. No. Not so much young, actually. But that, do you know what, that was really powerful, and the higher self was powerful as well. I pretty much knew what it was going to say, but the fact that it was really angry with me, it's quite funny.
I mean, if every time I've done higher self, typically what happens is the person, if the person is 10 out of 10 nice, the higher self, you probably put about 7 out. It's always a little bit less, less, it's more like, let's talk about business here, So yours was quite.
It's like, we're not messing about here. You're going to listen to this one. And the funny thing was, God, my soul group, they're just, a few of them were my friends that have actually walked away from me. That's really interesting. So, because they ribbed me all the time. They always ribbed me. They were like my childhood friends, and they'd always take the mickey out of me, as much as I took myself seriously. And they were still doing it to me, and they've walked away. I haven't seen them for 2 years or something. Right. But it's like, they serve their purpose in this life, but they'll still be waiting for me to give me some grief at a later date.
Sure, and they were all like fun characters, weren't they? Having a
but they are fun. They're fun and they're a laugh, but they don't they don't take things very seriously, you know, which
Sure.
is why we kind of fell out, because they were like, come on, chill out. What is all this about, you know, the world falling to pieces? Just let's go and have a drink and shut up about it. And I was like, no, you're not listening. I'm here to save your life. And they're like, we don't want you to. No, I'm here to save your life. No, just, you know, stop it. That was, yeah, that's quite poignant actually, because that was what they were like.
Sure.
And I was taking things too seriously again.
Too seriously, yeah. This is the message: to stop taking things too seriously.
Yeah, exactly. And even if things are serious in life, you've got to see the funny side of it sometimes, haven't you?
Really, yeah, really. It's something I'm going to talk about in an up and coming video about realizing that no matter what's happening, you choose how you're going to view it. It's going to happen anyway. It's going to happen anyway. So you can be bloody miserable about it, or you can be happy about it, but it's going to happen anyway. You know, I think, you know, I'm in your team. You know, I have been known to take things a little bit too seriously.
It's like, I suppose when you're a healer as well, you kind of have to, don't you? Because you can't have someone saying, oh, I've had the biggest trauma in my life, and you're going, hey, yeah, but guess what, you know.
Let's go have a drink.
I'm happy. Like, no.
Sure. Yeah. It's finding the balance. It's right. You know, when I first moved in what you would call healing or whatever way, I was so intense. I was so bloody intense. Like, oh my God, I must have really annoyed people. Like, you know, people weren't able to express themselves. Like, actually, I've got a bit of a headache today. Really? Do you want me to do some tapping for you? And, you know, no, yeah, I'm just taking a tablet. All right, let's move on.
But the funny thing is, I do joke and laugh when I'm teaching and stuff, but underlying is I'm taking it very serious.
Sure.
I do it lightheartedly, which is why I think they enjoy it. I mean, we have a right, oh God, some of the things my clients say, you know, in classes and stuff, it's just, yeah, because we do have a laugh, we really do. But I think I'm having a laugh, but I am probably still taking it too seriously at the same time. I think it's a bit of an act.
Sure, of course.
I'm not sure I'm feeling it all the way down.
Yeah, and if you look at you, you know, it's letting go. It's learning just to let that I need to keep control because I've got to this. But if you look at that life that you went to, you were very serious in that life. It was a very serious job going on there.
Yeah, there wasn't any joking or laughing or it. And even like the mother relationship, it was like, yeah, she's there for a purpose. She's going to birth me and then she'll bring me up quite well. We've chosen her quite well. And then she can just bugger off.
Now, when I'm finished, I'm heading over. I was going to say, did you say goodbye to your mum? But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I did. No, I think she did serve her purpose. And then she was off. And I did my mission and then I went home again. But yeah, so maybe that's just the way I'm viewing life, that it's a mission and maybe I need to have some more fun.
Sure. I think that applies to most people who are in our situation. That we need to have a Coke and a smile and cheer the fuck up sometimes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly that. And just do some nice things for ourselves. And it doesn't always have to have a purpose, does it? I think that's my problem. I love learning and I want to learn it all. I want to do it all. But sometimes maybe I should just, I feel guilty if I read a book that's not a serious book anymore. It's brain thinking, you know, if it's really like flippant, I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't be reading that one. I need to get back to Buddha and I need to get back to, you know, my whatever. But yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I know that feeling.
Time out. But it's having the time to do it all, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah. That's why we get more than one life, because I've got like 3 lives worth of projects for this life.
Mm-hmm.
So
I need to clone myself. Only I don't want to be any of the clones. So
yeah.
I just send the clones off to work. They might not do as good a job. I don't know.
This is the problem, that only we can do it. Nobody else can do it as good as us. This is a problem. Yeah.
I am a bit of a control freak.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll work through it. We'll work through it. There'll be another 4 or 5 lifetimes, but we'll get through it.
Yeah, one day I'll get it perfect. My higher self will be like, "Yay, well done! Thanks,
Well
Christ, for
done.
that."
Exactly, yeah.
She got it finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for doing that. I
Okay.
really appreciated it. It's really good.
Super duper. Well, you did fantastically well, and I mean, you were just in flow. There was I virtually had to do very little except just guide the thing, but you did everything really well. So brilliant.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm going to go and be like this at my hands now.
Yeah, I would put your hands on yourself for a little bit. You know.
Yeah, they feel
Because,
honestly the energy that was firing off them. I was like that. My hands were like the whole time. I was like, I can't relax them because the energy was just burning off them.
absolutely fantastic.
So yeah, it's all good.
All right, Vicky. Well, brilliant,
Thank you.
and I'll put the nice bits in for.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'm happy, more than happy for you
Super.
to do that. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank
All right.
you.
So I shall see you later.
Yes, well, I'll probably see you in April, won't I? On the
Yes.
on the course.
Ah, yeah, on the course, yeah. By the
Yeah.
way, if you're interested in the course, it's free. It's donation only. You don't need to be a therapist to come on and ascend your ego.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right then. So I'll stop recording now. Bye-bye, everybody.